yeah, so I'm just making some quick breakfast, and then I am going to the chiropractor because I don't know what I did to my lower back and glutes. But it feels like, when you sit down for too long and things feel numb, that's what I feel like, but also like a little bit of pain. Um, so I'm gonna go check that out. But hopefully it's nothing. I'm just gonna go get adjusted, really. Um, Whoops, what am I doing for breakfast? I am doing just Greek yogurt and some granola. I went to the doctor and I had my blood work done. So over a year ago, I was like almost 20 pounds heavier. Um, Probably the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And it wasn't a really big deal, but my blood work, right? So like internally, my blood work wasn't looking great. I'm gonna add some honey. My dad got me this honey from Arizona. It's like made from orange trees, orange tree bees, whatever. But anyway, I went and got some blood work done, and it wasn't looking super great. So I did some scans or ultrasounds and stuff, and everything looked fine. So my doctor, she was like, I don't see anything glaring, so um, let's just keep an eye on it. Like, you just had a baby, you're still breastfeeding. Give it time. So she literally meant like give it a year. And she was like, especially if you're breastfeeding, your numbers are gonna be really off. And I was like, okay. So I did get a coach, and she's also a nutritionist from the UK. I think I talked about this before. Anyway, I've been following like her stuff, and I lost like 17 pounds. Um, so my goal is to lose like basically 20 more pounds. Um, so I'm like, I feel like I can get there in a year. I want to be healthy about it, and I want it to be sustainable. Um, but anyway, yeah, my blood work came back good. So except for my cholesterol, still a little bit high. So it was high last year. Um, she's like, "Do you eat a lot of fried foods?" And I'm like, "Define a lot." I'm gonna say yes. I eat a lot of. When I say a lot, I feel like I could dial down on it, but I definitely enjoy mochi donuts. I definitely enjoy, well, pizza's not fried food, but I enjoy pizza. I have pizza at least twice a week, and I have mochi donuts at least twice a week. So, but I still eat, I'm still getting protein. I'm still getting fruits and vegetables, but I like to top all that off with like pizza and mochi donut at the end of the week. So I might have to dial back a little bit on that. Um, but I don't eat like anything crazy, honestly. Like we don't really eat fast food. Um, and I'm trying to start and like pack lunch and like little meals um for like my work day. Um, I don't waste anything. So if I'm at a client's house for more than 4 hours, I'm bringing a pretty good lunch. Um, Anything less than that, I'll drink a protein shake like on the way there. So yeah, as a doula, like for any doulas out there listening, or any clients, like your doula gotta eat too. I have seen some wild stuff on Facebook where families are not allowing doulas to eat. I'm like, you need to find a different family. All of my families have either offered me food, like when they made food, they gave me some, um, or I brought a snack. So you shouldn't be like, would you go to like, do they go to their jobs without lunch or food? No. So I feel like if you have a short shift, protein shake before, maybe some banana and peanut butter after on your way home. And I think 4 hours is a short shift. I think 5 to 6 is average. You definitely want to bring something to eat halftime into that shift and something to eat on the way home. And then obviously for labors, you be telling your client to eat, you got to eat too. So bring food. I like to bring a little lunch box and I just leave it in my car. So if I do step away, I just go to my car and eat. Even if you live close to the hospital, I live so close to 2 hospitals, and like one of them I could probably walk to. I can see it from here looking out my window. But I'm like, you've got to nourish yourself. As a doula, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't. And you'll pay for it later. I'm telling you. But if you're doing like a quick 90-minute prenatal, yeah, that's different. But like, I definitely eat. I love to eat, obviously, but I definitely am like, you should be eating like while you're working. If you're doing it overnight, bring your little lunchbox. I mean, ask, hey, can I keep my lunch in your fridge? They say no. I think you need to like relook your clientele, but all my clients have been amazing. I would not, they offer me snacks, they offer me food. I'd say in all the offers, a ton of them, I've only eaten lunch one time because it was something I had never had before. And it was Mother's Day and she insisted on making it for me. And I was like, okay. And I've made it, I've come home. I asked her for the recipe. I came home and made it like 3 times already. So, that's totally different, but, you should be eating and drinking lots of water. So, anyway, I'm going to eat, shower, try and look about 3 years younger than I look right now. Go to the chiropractor, and I'm going to come back home and sleep until I have to pick up my kiddos. And then, if I don't feel good, I'm not going to take them to their after school activities. I'm going to be like, guys, I need to lie down. Good, thank you. The voice of reason. Yeah. Oh, Ice Pure kind of has a weird, this is nice. Anything that you want. How much protein is in this? Oh, no. You had a sense of purpose. You've had it all before. I like this line coming up. Slow you down. Able Abel and Cain too, they came from the same root, different route. What is it you came for? What is it that made you? Why do you have to make me strong? Why they gon' tease you? Why they don't believe you? Make no more. Left for right for stop. Back with you might go. Left for right for stop. Back with you might go. Annie said this song slaps. Whew, hello. I really hurt my sacrum. I was gonna say tailbone. My sacrum, my whole, there's a lot going on right now. So I'm definitely in a lot of pain. It's been a rough week. I'm trying to recover as much as possible because I am on call for 3 clients. They're all due within 3 days of each other, and some of them are experiencing prodromal labor. So prodromal labor looks and feels real, and it happens, and you using the app and you're like, I'm having these contractions. You pack up your stuff and either you drive to the hospital, birthing center, or you call your midwives and your doula and they show up and everything stops. And it doesn't just stop for a couple hours, like it stops for a week. So just kind of been dealing with that a little bit. But yeah, I injured myself earlier this week and I'm trying to figure out how to bounce back from that. So I feel like the best way to bounce back is to make fudge brownie, but I'm making it healthy. Chill out. My cholesterol is high, so anyway, I like these Go Nanas. My son loves bananas. He calls them nanas. But this Go Nanas, these are fun to make. I want to start making these for clients. Not all my clients, but the ones who want it. They are made with just bananas. You can use maple syrup or honey. I use honey. My dad's honey that I often advertise here. I mean, he didn't get it. I say my dad's honey because he bought it for me. Milk of choice. I recommend oat milk, the Chobani one. It's nice and thick. And then 2 tablespoons of oil or butter. You know your girl. No, you probably don't know this, but now you're gonna know this. My choice of butter is Kerrygold. There is no other choice. But I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about how should you process your birth, right? You've just had a birth. You definitely need to process it because it's traumatic. Whether everything went according to your birth preferences or not, whether if you were awake for your baby being born or not, you need to process your birth. Did you have the home birth with the string lights and the Sade in the background? Or, did you give birth in an Uber? It doesn't matter. All the birth experiences are meaningful and valuable, and you need to process that. So I recommend talking about it to somebody who was not there. So if you had a doula, obviously, your doula, at least I do it, I'm going to talk to you about your birth afterwards. But if you didn't have a doula, who are you going to talk to about it? That is independent of your family. And the reason I say that is because sometimes, mothers and mothers-in-law and sisters-in-law mean well. And then sometimes they just project their own experiences onto you, or just anybody in general who is not your partner or not you. They want you to know how their experience was, and I think they mean well to kind of help you process yours. But sometimes it's I don't know, it just doesn't work out, and you're I just want you to listen. So that's why I feel obviously having a doula is really beneficial and important, but also having someone that's kind of independent, that is like not specifically your family, that's always around or will be around during postpartum, to help you process that. Because it's not, you know, it's different. You're talking about all this stuff that happened to you, and yeah, it's really good to go over it so that you can kind of recall what happened. It's not like a murder board or anything. It's not like what woulda, coulda, shoulda, or what we should have done better. It's literally just, this is how I remember everything happening, and this is how I feel about it. But try not to, like, don't compare it to another experience. Don't compare it to your best friend, your sister. Don't even compare it to like previous pregnancies. Just talk about it in the moment that it was. And I think that really, really helps. And while you do that, you can make fudge brownies. So let me get to it. just quickly working on a quick bio for a new registry that I'm gonna be on. There's like so many of them, and I'm on quite a few, but there are some where I have gotten no clients from them. You email people and they don't message you back. And they only have like 1 or 2 responses in their inbox. So I don't know if those directories are like a last resort for some people. I would say they're similar to care.com, where you can go and find a nanny. It's like pretty much the same situation, but people just don't respond to you, even though you're like the only one that responds to them, or there's like 2. So I'm like, I don't even know if like my emails are going in people's, inboxes or what. So the ones that I've been using for like almost 2 years now that have gotten me no clients, I'm getting rid of those, and there's some new ones. So I'm just working on that right now, getting back to, I'm gonna get back to one of them, but I think it's called Haven. I had a call with someone this morning on like potential marketing opportunities, but yeah, today's a light day. I had one prenatal earlier today, and so I'm just working on some admin stuff because there's a lot going on Monday, false alarms, and I wasn't able to get to it, but I'm able to knock it out today. So I'm gonna make sure I have that I gave them the right email, because sometimes, yeah. Let's see if anyone has responded to this lady. I like to give it a couple of days or hours, like hired me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've reached out to quite a few people. So let me see. Borner Bear has gotten me quite a few clients, so I'll keep using that one. But someone is due in February. I only have one other in February. So should I take another? I don't have any in January. I was waiting to see if anyone in January needed anything, but yeah, I don't think so. So all good. I think I need to like refocus and focus on some new things that might be coming. Yeah. So fingers crossed. Hello. I had ballet this morning, so pretty productive morning. I wasn't in a rush. Got the kiddies off to school on time. I think I'm gonna pick them up a little bit early and take them to a local park. Oh, there's like a fruit fly. But I'm on my way to see a client right now. I'm really excited. They are due pretty soon. And this is I do like prenatals that lead up to the labor and delivery, and then a couple postpartums after, and they want extra postpartum, they can book. If it's past 6 weeks, and it's like more focused, help me take care of my baby or take care of my baby while I sleep, that's newborn care. So it's kind of where I distinguish the differences. I'm trained and certified full spectrum doula, trained and certified in newborn care specialist. I'm also trained and certified in placenta encapsulation. So yeah, but I have little add-ons like Fresh 48 photography. I'm just like, what do I love in like life and what have I experienced in that I can bring over to being a doula? So I'm really focusing on the Fresh 48. So nothing posed, like nothing baby in like an unnatural setting or family. It's just not my vibe. I've done it with my son, so I like to do it for my family, but I'm not providing that service to other people. I really just love capturing candid moments, things that you might forget because you're sleep deprived. So it's Fresh 48, but anytime within the first like week of life, or like when I come to do your placenta encapsulation or I come to do your postpartum checkup, you can add on that, my clients can add on that photography piece as well for a very, very small fee because I'm already there and I'm still learning and developing my style. So, so yeah, anyway, gonna pick up the kids, I think early, and then even though I did ballet this morning, I'm gonna come and do a quick lift or while they're like, I don't know, watching TV or doing whatever kids do after school, besides homework. So it is kind of hot. It started out really nice and cool this morning. We walked this morning and it was like nice. It was like 74. And then by the time I walked back and got in my car, it was like 85 in like 15 minutes. So that was like, ooh. So I love the fall. That's my favorite season. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for the fall. Like I'm sure other people are. So specifically like September to Halloween. So that'll be fun. Some people I don't know why I thought about this, but some people are like, oh, what do you wear to a consultation or a prenatal session? Or so for sure prenatal, I try to look pretty put together. I always wear a doula t-shirt, and then I might get fancy. Like I've got this old skirt from Anthropology. It's like the only thing I own from them. So like I like to do combos like that for prenatal. I like to give off like I'm a teacher vibe for prenatals. Then for labor and delivery, regardless of where they're delivering, I'm gonna wear scrubs as the pants and a doula t-shirt or a plain t-shirt because I got splashed on with amniotic fluid a couple of weeks ago. That's the other thing, when you go to a birth, make sure you have 3 sets of like scrubs ready to go. You can wear scrubs. I try to make sure my scrubs are distinguished from the nursing staff that's there because I'm not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. So I think it's really important to make that distinction. So I might wear like a fun doula shirt, but I'm definitely wearing scrubs on the bottom. And then as for shoes, I wear really comfortable shoes. I wear Skechers. Some people wear clogs. I'm thinking about getting a pair of clogs, but that's like really, really nurse vibes. So I might stick with the Skechers sneakers for now. And then postpartum visits is definitely like down, down, down. Postpartum is heavy for a lot of people to adjust to. So I feel like you don't want to show up like, or I personally don't want to show up like, dressed to the nines or anything like that, and I want to be really comfortable, and I also want to be cognizant that I might hold a baby, and so I try very hard, and I'm mostly able to stay away from synthetic materials when I do a postpartum. So it's probably more like loungewear that is cotton or linen. If it's not cotton or linen, I'm not wearing it to a postnatal. Baby's skin baby's sensitive. They're new to the world. They're new to synthetic materials. And so I try to keep it as natural as possible in case I do have to hold the baby for a while. Or same thing, if I'm doing newborn care, it's like organic cotton, organic linen, just to keep it simple, because no one's allergic to cotton or linen, right? So, and it's not too fancy, because if baby vomits or poops on me, it's not a big deal. It never is a big deal. The other thing to keep in mind is like, also bring an extra set of outfits if you're doing postpartum care, because like I said, you don't know, baby might have an explosion or vomit or something like that. So always have a spare in your car or something. But yeah, this is kind of my look for today. So I'm excited. Let me go I'm gonna have a snack. You gotta nourish yourself as a doula. You can't pour from an empty cup. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have a banana and a protein shake, and then I'm gonna take some fish out. Should I do fish? Maybe I should do some baked chicken. I don't know. I think I might do fish because the chicken's not seasoned. The fish already is. So I might do salmon again, and maybe some rice, or some, like, there's this Congolese thing I love called kwanga. It's like it's basically a cassava dumpling. So I might do that. It's got a lot of carbs. But yeah. So catch you guys later.